What's cracking, guys? Bruce Madsen here, your host show of Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and today we're going to be continuing on with our prospect profile series. We are going to be talking about Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver from Kentucky, and this player has grown on me throughout the years. Coming out, I saw him as a prospect. I was just being wishy-washy on him. But during his time at Nebraska, he started to grow on me, especially the highlights of him just running past defenses. Then he came in to Kentucky. We were watching him see how he was going to transition to the SEC competition, and he balled out. Coming out of high school, he was a 4-star recruit, and he was the #1 all-purpose back, according to 247 Sports in his recruiting class. Came in to Nebraska in 2019 as a freshman, and it wasn't too bad from a counting stat perspective. Caught 40 balls, 453 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Came back next season, and this is where we saw the breakout. This is 2020, the shortened COVID year. Only 8 games played, but caught 51 balls, 461 yards, and 1 touchdown. He broke out. He officially broke out during his second season at Nebraska, his sophomore year, with a 30.1% market share of his team's passing production, which is very good. And really, at age 19, that's a good breakout age for us to hang our hats on. Then he transferred to Kentucky. Smart business decision, because Nebraska was doing him dirty there. He should have been getting all the targets, all the opportunities, because his highlight film was nasty at Nebraska, but still not getting the workload he deserved. Went to Kentucky, and everything happened for him. He blew up, catching 104 balls for 1,334 yards and 7 touchdowns. Owned a 43.11% market share of his team's passing production, had 3.44 yards per out run, and 5.8 yards after the catch per reception. One of the most productive wide receivers in college football. Usually, if you're watching football on Saturdays and the highlights were coming up, or you were scrolling Twitter, you're going to see a Wan'Dale Robinson highlight. Bar none, he was one of the most flashiest wide receivers in college football this year, and the tape speaks for itself, because he's got the speed to burn defenses. He's got the speed to torch defensive backs. He's fantastic after the catch, can read the momentum of the defenders around him. He's very quick. He's got that short area quickness and change of direction skills to create separation between him and the defenders. Also very explosive, has good hands. When I'm in mock drafts right now, he's fallen to around the second round, and that's 1 QB and 2 QB. 2 QB, it's a little farther in the second round. 1 QB, it's usually around the middle portion of the second round, but he's fallen there, making him a fantastic value, because you're getting a guy with an age 19 breakout, with a hyper-productive season under his belt, and he broke out with 2 different collegiate programs, which is something rare that we get from some of these prospects. That's something we're going to start baking in on some of these players going forward in the next coming years, since a lot of these players are going to be transferring to different colleges more often. We're going to see that more with some of these top-tier prospects. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. I have him compared more to like a Rondale Moore, Lynn Bowden, Ty Montgomery type of player. You can put him in the slot. You can hand the ball off a little bit, get him the short targets out in the flat and all that stuff. Hope he gets some yak. Where he goes is going to be a big situation for him. It's going to impact his ability to be productive for us in fantasy. If he's getting the targets, if he's got a quarterback that's willing to dump him down, if he has an offensive coordinator that's willing to scheme him up, willing to get him involved in the passing game, if they're giving him those short opportunities, if they're allowing him to stretch the field to get those air yards for us to get that fantasy production. There's a lot of range of outcomes for this guy, because he could be like a Lynn Bowden, Rondale Moore, Ty Montgomery, where there's just limited production for us to lean on. Or he can be like a Will Fuller type of dude, getting those deep targets, getting those air yards. You can see him get involved in the offense, getting short targets, comparable to what Jalen Waddle was doing this year. He got a lot of short outs and stuff starting off this year. We could see him get incorporated that way. There's a lot of range of outcomes. Don't think of just one of those that I mentioned as like a comp, because there's a lot of different ways he could be at the NFL level. We just got to wait and see. But for him being a second-round pick, with him having good production numbers, good age-adjusted numbers, the speed to boot, he's going to do well at the combine. He's going to do well at pro days. He's going to test well. We don't have to worry about that. The speed is on the field. I guarantee you he is. Height's going to really impact him, because there's pictures floating around of him on the internet sitting next to Wan'Dale Moore and Nick Saban, and they're like 1-for-1 for size. Wan'Dale Moore's like 5'7" or so. Nick Saban's listed at 5'6". That exact height, probably not accurate, because he's not going to really hand that over to anybody. So we don't really know. 247 Sports website has him listed at 5'9". Other websites got him listed like 5'10", 5'11" range. You talked to a Kentucky fan, he's 6'8". So who knows? But that's something we need to pay attention to here at the Combine. Where is he going to measure at? How tall is he going to be? A lot of speculation here, but you know what? Just take the data when we get it. That's all that matters. But right now, what we got here is a good, productive asset. Was productive at a young age in college at age 19. Has the tape, has the athleticism, and there's a lot of good things to hang our hat on. So I like Wan'Dale Robinson, especially at his price point. But I want to thank you for watching the show. It means a lot to me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. It fuels me to keep putting out this content, watching the tape, going over these prospects and everything else. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.